nobody like you that is around you whenever you were the gay kid in a small town.
If you don't find entertainment in this, don't worry about it. But someone finds entertainment in what we do.
Because I've never felt like, I've ever fit into any, group, but drag just, because it's so versatile and it's so ever-changing, and it just captures you and gets you in.
Drag name, not Tatum, but Tasche, is actually my papa's mining name. I grew up in a very big coal mining family, Mingo County, obviously, and in the mines he had this big, huge, fat mustache, and they called him Tasche because of it. And when my mom told me that, I was in the market for a new drag name, and you can tell where that went, because now I'm Tatum Tasche. Seriously, I want to love myself, but I've always struggled with that. It's just not something that comes easily to me. But with drag, I love myself. I really do. I love Tatum. I love everything that she does. I love what she stands for. And it just brings me joy to have that. I guess my queer identity and who I am, and I've always had some interesting things with gender in my life. So I feel like being able to do drag just kind of really gives me an outlet for that. And I have had some people be a little odd about it here and there. My mom even, whenever I started, she was like, "Baby, that's for men." And I was like, "No, Mom, no, it's for everybody now. You don't have to worry about that." But at the end of the day, what I've noticed is that there's a community, period. It's like this baseline understanding and respect, I would think, that everyone has, saying, you know what, at the end of the day, there's something about you that I can't understand, and I can connect with you through that. I feel like with Mingo County, the people who are any sort of near queer, it's always something that's kind of there. Even if you're not an out gay kid, they're gonna sniff you out in some of these small towns. And it's scary because it makes you feel like who you are is something that needs to be hidden in order for you to exist. And it feels like who you are is shameful a lot of the time. At least that's how I felt. I mean, I've went through different apartments, I've went through dropping out of college. It's been 20 different things, but the one thing that stayed consistent is drag. And a lot of times I've wanted to just give it up. It feels like I'll never get anywhere with it. It feels like I'm just constantly pushing against an unmovable force. But then there's Jordan, and that's my partner's name. I don't think any of this would have been possible without her support. I really don't think it would have been.
Hey, I'm Garrett Hastings, professionally known as the performer Alexandria Gem, Huntington local who comes out just a good every once in a while. Everyone starts off a mess, so your boy looked a mess. But yeah, Alexandria has been a passion project from 6 years in the making. I think about drag somewhat differently than a lot of my peers do. I think about it in she's a character that I've created. Alexandria is a Tony Award winner. She's won a Tony. Garrett has not. Garrett can't sing. But Alexandria sounds like if you mix Kelly Clarkson with Peggy Lee. I'll tell you my drag name origin. A cartoon I love, I have a tattoo of it, it's a Steven Universe, is a show that I love, based on and there's gemstones, and that got me into my love of birthstones. And Alexandria comes from Alexandrite, which is one of June's birthstones. Went to Hurricane High School, graduated class of 2019. I was their prom king. I like to say I'm the prom king turned drag queen. It's a fun little story there, but I will say queerness was divisive when I was growing up. I think that I was a palatable queer to a lot of people, And my best friend at the time was a trans man, and I'm not gonna like be friends with people if you think I'm more palatable queer, and you're not gonna like that's my homeboy, you're not gonna talk about him like that. Like, he went through a lot of bullying. I think I definitely went through a lot of bullying, but I don't know. Like, I definitely got bullied a lot, but I was able to dissociate through most of it. Drag is, as everything is, there's politics involved. I think that I love using my voice as a drag performer. I love using like my makeup and things gives me an outward expression that like, you know, people are gonna pay attention more, albeit sometimes they're pissed off about it. But it gets my voice out there a little bit more, and I will say coming from like the legislative culture we've come in, where drag and in general, like gender queer activities, our trans community's been really under attack, and the drag community's kind of been like a big tie-in to it. So a lot of it is really just like the legislative pressure, and the hate that we get is so disheartening. Well, I mean, when I was in high school, I used to really, really hate like where I came from, Appalachia and all that, and then I'm actually really proud to be Appalachia now. There are a lot of positives to the small community, there are a lot of negatives with the ostracization that can happen to people, but, you know, I think that I quite enjoy the little area we have. I have a master's in social work, so currently with that I'm able to be a therapist. I do psychotherapy for people in the recovery community here in Huntington. So that's currently like where I'm at now. I also have specialization and focus on suicidality and grief. I sit in the floor with most of my clients, and I'm approachable. So I really think that like, based on my personality type, both drag and therapy, I mean like both give me an outlet to kind of just still be approachable and have bonds with people and be able to help them.
I was a shooter girl to start out with. I carry little tray of shots around and all that fun stuff. And then one day, this is just funny, my original drag mom and I were here one night. She was getting ready, and we may or not have had a shot or two, you know. And I was like, you know what, we're here early, we have time, put me in drag. Like no other like cis person had done that. I did it, and I did not miss an open stage. After that point, I was here every single Wednesday and Sunday because they were open multiple days of the week back then. And I just got the bug and just kept going. Drag can take you from the darkest of places and transform you into the brightest of places. Like, I would tell people to give it a chance. Like, really open your mind and don't see what you think it is. Actually get to know what it truly is. Like, we're not all just trying to be half naked and be provocative. Like, some of us just want to see the crowd smile, and you know, we're having bad days, we're going through it, we're struggling, and if we can go out there by lip syncing the song and some heels and a wig and make people happy and feel like forget what's going on for even the 3-4 minutes, like that's everything. People who don't know drag or do drag just want to put us in a box, and they're like, okay, that's what it is. There's no in between, there's no anything. It's adult, X-rated, you know. No, if I'm letting my kiddo watch me perform, obviously, like, no, there's so many levels to drag. Like, oh yeah, I actually have 3 jobs total, plus I'm married and have a child, and I go to school. I do in-home care. I'm a direct care staff for an individual, and when I tell you I lucked out and got the best job in the entire world, been there for like 6 years, best person, she's like my best friend. It's literally another job that's like, none of my jobs are like jobs. And then my other job, I nanny. So I literally am on the go. So it's always just so busy. So when I get to do drag, I'm like, it's my breath. It's my, you know, for a moment. And So, I don't know, it's a great outlet to have. See, I'm in school for biblical studies. People are always like, I get some people who are like, well, how can you do that and be in a bar and like believe in God? And like, we're all God's children here doing this. He's not mad at us doing drag. Both communities really have the same goal, and that is just love and acceptance and to be there for each other. And again, it's one big dysfunctional family, but when you don't have family, like a lot of people in the queer community, and you find your family, it's like it's like you just hold on to them. Like for a good 5 years of my life, I didn't talk really to a lot of my family, and I started coming here and found my family, and now they're like ever growing, and I have so many drag kids and drag aunties, and I have a lot of drag mothers, but that's a whole other story. There's so many more things going on in this world that it baffles me that we're focused on people being themselves and surviving and thriving. Like when the whole world's like on fire right now, it's wild.
Genuinely, it's different than people have expected, and we're taught that like that's a bad thing.
I'm a huge advocate for everything West Virginia. I wish people from Appalachia understood that drag culture is not a monolith.
But don't forget, you know, we're all humans still. Like we're all just here. Like we're just trying to be happy. Like we're just trying to perform. We're just trying to have a good time, express ourselves, expand our art. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Right? Expand our art. If not, there's a spirit gum, I think, in the bathroom.
Here's that.